My first car. Everyone remembers their first car, not only because it was a vehicle, but because it represented independence, adventure, and a step into adulthood. For me, my first car was a small, used hatchback that I bought when I was 19. It wasn't new, shiny, or powerful, but it carried story, and it gave me freedom I had never experienced before. The car was a faded blue color, with a few scratches on the doors and a dent on the bumper. When I first saw it, I didn't care about those imperfections. All I could think about was the fact that soon I would no longer have to rely on buses, trains, or rides from friends. The owner gave me the keys, and I remember sitting behind the wheel with a mixture of excitement and fear. The first time I drove it alone was unforgettable. My hands were shaking, and I kept checking the mirrors every few seconds. Every sound made me nervous, the engine humming, the brakes squeaking slightly, even the wind rushing past the windows. Yet, as I drove further, my fear slowly turned into joy. I rolled the windows down, turned on the radio, and felt the road open up before me. Of course, having a first car also meant learning responsibility. I had to save money for gas, pay for repairs, and deal with unexpected problems. Once, the battery died in the middle of winter, and I had to push the car with the help of a friend. Another time, I got lost in a nearby town because my phone battery died, and I didn't have GPS. But even those moments became part of the adventure. Looking back now, I realized that my first car was more than transportation. It was a teacher, showing me patience, responsibility, and resilience. It carried me to university, to my first job interviews, and to countless late-night drives with friends. I eventually sold it, but in my memory, that little blue hatchback will always be special. It wasn't perfect, but it was mine, and it marked the beginning of a new chapter in my life.